What is author's attitude? Author's attitude is the author's feelings about the subject that he or she is writing about. Writer's attitudes are often expressed through the word choice, sentence structure, and figurative language. Let's look at these examples here. When seeing a skunk, Johnny would say, "Is that a skunk? One sprayed in front of my face once. They are nasty." Mrs. Sarah says, "Skunks are nocturnal." And Lily says, "Oh, so cute. Its fur will look amazing if it was taken care of." The speaker's attitude towards seeing a skunk can be analyzed. John here is scared because he had a bad encounter with a skunk in the past. He used the adjective nasty, while Lily thinks that skunks are cute. And Mrs. Sarah states that skunks are active during the night. If you were to put their attitude towards seeing a skunk in a scale of negative to positive attitude, John would be all the way on the negative end of the spectrum, while Lily on the positive end, and Mrs. Sarah would be neutral. See, it is easy to analyze the speaker's attitude if we are able to hear the speaker's voice and their facial expression. The question is, how do we do so? When we are reading a written material without hearing the author's tone and watching his or her facial expression. To do so, there are 3 ways to determine the author's tone. We have to read between the lines. So firstly, analyze the words used. Are they emotional or neutral? Are they opinions or facts? Secondly, analyze the sentence structures. Are they simple or complex? Are they long or short? Thirdly, analyze the details or evidence that are included to support the author's arguments. Are they rational or emotional? Does the author present a balanced view of the subject? So these are the questions you may ask yourself when determining the author's attitude.
Example: parents usually do not insist that their children learn to walk by a certain age. Parents feel confident that the children will learn to walk when their bodies are ready. Teachers should adopt the same attitude when teaching children in school how to read. If teachers did this, children might learn to read much more quickly and experience less anxiety while doing so. In the example, the author uses a third point of view. First and second sentence, the author is giving a context. Parents don't force their children to walk. In the third sentence, the author urges teachers to do the same thing. Don't force children to know how to read at a certain age. In the fourth sentence, the author predicts a positive outcome that will happen if the teachers do so. The words used are emotional. The author gives his or her opinion. Example: insist, confident, should, quickly, less anxiety. Sentence structures are simple and moderately short. The details included: emotional. It is one-sided because the teacher's perspective is not discussed. The details are to support the author. For summary, the author is pro or has a positive attitude towards not forcing children to read at a certain age. The author is anti or has a negative attitude towards forcing students to read at a certain age. Given a question, the author's attitude towards teachers who try to force children to learn how to read once they reach a certain age can best be described as disapproving. Yes, the author disapproves teachers who force their students to read at a certain age. Neutral? No. The author indicated a clear opinion, not a neutral stance, which is urges the teachers. Sympathetic? No. The author does not sympathize with the teachers. Enthusiastic? No. The author has a negative attitude towards forcing students to read. Next, what is author's bias? Bias is a subjective way of thinking that tells only one side of a story, sometimes leading to an inaccurate information or false impression towards a certain something or someone. This gives only either a good or bad impression of something or someone without knowing the full story about it.
So now I will continue on ways to determine author's bias. First of all, we need to look for loaded words. This means that a story or idea should present both sides of the story, which means the positive side and the negative side. After that, we should look for presence of stereotypes. If the author labels an entire group, for example, all of the male or all of the female, it is surely biased. And for the last way, we need to consider either it is a fact or opinion. The author must provide supporting evidence to a story or idea. So let's go for the simple example of author bias. The example is, all men are trash. The statement above shows a biased point of view where it says a negative comment about men, showing negative prejudice towards men. This is a biased statement as it decides to conclude negative perception towards men even if there are men that are nice. This gives a wrong and bad impression towards men. So for the second example, Henry and Larry got in a fight. Both had a misunderstanding and started to physically hurt one another. Authors B said that Henry attacked Larry. Henry couldn't contain his anger. From the second example, we can see that author A generally states that Henry and Larry got in a fight without being one-sided or showing prejudice, while author B is being biased, thus giving the reader a bad impression of Henry for attacking Larry. This separates the arguments into two-sided argument, where Larry will most likely win the argument, as he is given an innocent image in the fight. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.